morning. Welcome back to another video. Long time no see. I have not looked at, picked up, even thought about this vlog camera in like 2.5 weeks. So I have definitely missed y'all and have a lot to fill you in on. I have been a little bit MIA, obviously. Not just on YouTube, but on social media in general. And like honestly, just in life in general, I have just been hermiting, I've been hibernating, I've been self-isolating, if you will. And if I could get anything out of this platform, out of this channel, out of this little community we are building, it is having honest and real conversations. So we are getting right into it, okay? We are starting today's video off with a therapy session, with an oversharing yap session. One thing about me, if I'm given the chance to overshare, count me in. The reason I have been MIA recently is because I have been struggling a little bit, having a little bit of a hard time over here. As a whole, prep is just getting really challenging. Of course, the physical side of like extra fatigue, lower food, but that side, like the physical side, is pretty manageable. I would say the part I was having a hard time with over these last couple of weeks has been the mental side of prep. I am someone who tends to be hard on myself. I have been hard on myself in general since birth. Like I swear I came out the damn womb with high standards for myself. And I think that can be a really positive quality to have. It's the reason I set the goals I do and I create the discipline I do, is by being hard on myself. But I also think that mentality can turn really toxic really quickly, and there's almost a fine line of being hard on yourself and being too hard on yourself. I noticed I was on a slippery slope of getting to that toxic zone, where over the last 2 weeks, I have just caught myself speaking so just blatantly mean to myself. I feel like usually when I'm being hard on myself, it is coming from a place of pushing myself and motivation and like constructive criticism. And I kind of stopped doing that. Instead, I was just like hating on my body, hating on the way I look, the way I sound. Basically everything I did, I was just being my biggest op, my biggest bully. And that led me to taking the little social media break I did, because every time I picked up this camera and looked at myself in the viewfinder, I instantly started picking myself apart instead of just being present and talking to you guys. And I just noticed it was going very negative very quickly.
Fuck, dude.
So I took my little social media hiatus. I have done a lot of self-work. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm healed and everything is sunshine and rainbows now, because the reality is I am 7 weeks out, which means 7 more weeks of hard work on my physique. And of course, I'm going to have little negative thoughts come up, self-doubt come up. Like that is extremely normal during prep. I'm just glad I have caught myself now instead of allowing myself to slip deeper and deeper into a toxic mindset that would ultimately end up likely sabotaging my prep, my physique, and some of the relationships around me. So I'm sorry for being away a little bit, but also I'm not sorry because I think it was ultimately for the best for my mental health for a minute. The one thing I am proud about is even through this really bad body face dysmorphia, whatever you want to call it, I have not let anything affect my actual plan. I have been crushing the gym, crushing the cardio, crushing the meals. So everything prep-wise is doing great. And mentally now, I can confidently say today, without lying, that I feel great, which I'm so grateful for, because I was not feeling that way for over a week there. It also lined up where when I was having this like really bad body dysmorphia cycle, I was also PMSing. And like, I don't know about y'all, but I am a different person during my luteal phase. Like I literally cannot recognize myself. I become like the worst version of myself ever, on top of being hungry / hangry, on top of having body dysmorphia. Like I was just a little fireball. It was not a pretty time, all right? If anything, be grateful I didn't vlog anything. So yeah, on a serious note, bodybuilding and bodybuilding prep is going to look different for everyone and every journey. I like to keep it very honest and very real over here and tell y'all like, hey, it's okay to feel like shit sometimes. Today is the first time I don't feel like shit in a hot minute, all right? And that is a win. I also want to be an advocate of if you do notice patterns about yourself or you do notice slipping into maybe like unhealthy self-speech or self-isolation, it is really beneficial to tell the people around you. Like, I kept it in for the first week and felt like I had to battle it on my own, and I wasn't even admitting to myself that I was struggling at all. And then week number 2 came around and I started calling family members, talking to some of my friends, and even just voicing like, hey, I feel this way about myself right now and I don't want to, and kind of like rationally talking it through with someone else is so healing. So if you have someone in your life, definitely turn to someone if you feel like you need it. If you feel like you don't have someone in your life, of course, professional help is always the way to go. Maybe you could drop it down below in the comments and find someone else in a similar boat. Whatever you need, sometimes just speaking your mind does a lot more than you think it's gonna do. So yeah, that is it on that conversation front. I don't really have a resolution, a final thing to say. I am still in the thick of it. I am working really hard to come out of it though, and I'm feeling much better today, which is a win. A win is a win. On a fun note, however, as you saw, I started today's video and today out with my fasted cardio. Went super well. I came home and got ready, and I met up with my brother and his wife over at a local lunch spot. And I know what you're thinking, Kendall, you're in prep, you can't go have lunch. Yes, I can. All right, you don't gotta eat something to be present with the people you love. One of the things I'm trying to do right now and for the remainder of this prep to keep the mental sanity on the good side is get out of the house more, see people I love more. So as soon as they invited me, I was like, I will simply be sitting there and enjoying your conversation and not any food, but if you're okay with that, count me in. They said, of course, this is not their first rodeo. They've seen me prep before. So I joined them at lunch, we had great conversation, and I came home with a little haul. So we're gonna go through that haul. Starting out, they brought me a gift. How sweet is that? They said they found this at a thrift store. And comment what you think it is, because we were trying to brainstorm. I feel like the camera isn't even doing it justice. It's like obviously a Frenchie pit bull thing with a gaping mouth. I thought initially like kitchen sponge. My sister-in-law thought maybe like for your keys, jewelry, like it's kind of just a thing to put whatever you want in it. Let me know what you think it's for and also what you think I should put in it. My keys don't really fit because I have a lot of charms on my keys, but how freaking cute. I don't even know where Rex is right now, or I would show you. Has that been there the whole time? Dang. Sorry, that's my bikini bottoms from posing for my coach earlier today. Anyway, that is item number 1. This next thing I'm about to show you is so mind-boggling cool in my opinion. I'm gonna put the photo up on the screen. I sent this cute photo of Kovu to my family group chat, and like literally 5 minutes later, my sister-in-law sent me this. The lighting's a little bright, but hopefully you can see the details. Tell me that is not the most talented thing you've ever seen. And then she was so nice to like give it to me, and she was like, I'm so sorry, it's on cardboard, I was just drawing for fun. And I was like, I could frame this. Like, that is insane. After they gave me those at lunch, we went over to Half Price Books and I got 2 books. I usually don't share what books I'm reading on this channel because I know some younger people follow me. So little trigger warning if you even want to look into these. I like effed up books, okay? I like dark romance. I like will they kill me or will they marry me? Who knows? If you like that vibe, look into these. If you don't, pretend I didn't say anything. I got Where's Molly by H.D. Carlton. It's kind of a shorter book, especially for this author. I've read most of her books, if not all of them. I'm reading one right now called Phantom. Pretty good so far. She does scary, creepy, hard to read topics really well. So I don't really even know what this book is about, but the fact that I found it for $9 when at Target it's like 20 plus, had to buy it. Another one, I've seen this one on TikTok a lot and also know nothing about, is Her Soul to Take. Same thing, found it for $9. I think it's usually like 20. I'm someone who can only read like one book at one time. I have some friends who like cross-read multiple books at the same time. Couldn't be me. So I'm gonna finish the book I'm reading and then maybe move on to this one because I might need a break from H.D. Carlton, but also she's a pretty damn good writer, so maybe I'll read the short one first. We'll see. Either way, I wanted some spooky-ish books to get into the Halloween spirit with. I had a package from Alani Nu on my doorstep. Love them. They sent me their peach energy drinks. I love these so freaking much. I'm so grateful to somehow be on their PR list. I have no clue how that happened, but I'm not complaining. And then I thought these were interesting. They clearly got very squished in transit. These are peanut butter and jelly protein bars, which I obviously cannot eat while in prep, but I will be saving because I feel like I would really like that. I love peanut butter in general. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is actually currently on my body. I have many new pieces coming for the Midnight Motive. Let me go grab some. I'll be right back so I can show you everything. That's probably a better idea. Okay, I just ran out to my car and grabbed one of every product that is dropping, and we're gonna do a little try on haul. Before we get into it, I wanna preface a few things. The sports bra, matching leggings, matching shorts, and white jersey are first come, first serve. So if you like what you see in this video, pause right now or leave me playing in the background and go set an alarm or a reminder for Saturday, October 4th at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's when everything is going live on the website. And I say to set an alarm because I unintentionally keep selling out every single drop I have done so far. I order as much inventory as my budget allows me to, since I am a small business and fund absolutely all of this by myself. Literally every penny I get from Midnight Motive goes right back into Midnight Motive. So on that same note, thank you if you have ever supported the brand, whether it's just following on Instagram, sharing a link, or actually making a purchase. Everything goes a very long way as a small business owner, so thank you. But with that being said, we do keep selling out of our inventory, so if you want to guarantee your size, unfortunately, you do have to be one of the first people on the website. Just for right now, as I continue to grow, that will get better, and also our size range will get better. Last thing on the logistic front, I have a new jersey dropping as well, which I'm about to show you. That is the only item that is not first come, first serve. That will be actually a pre-order product, meaning there is no selling out. So you can take your time with shopping on that one, but the rest of the items are limited. With that being said, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the top, since it's already on my body. This is the new Sculpt sports bra. As you see, it's a basic black sports bra with thin straps that are adjustable and this little white piping that goes around the entire sports bra. And then I'm sure you can tell just looking at it, but to point it out in case you think it's just fitting weird on my body, it is in fact like a little upside down U shape. So it sculpts under the boobs really nicely, in my opinion. The back is super simple with just our little spider logo on the center. And now let's get into our matching bottoms. Okay, now we have the bottoms. These bottoms, these shorts specifically, are the most flattering pair of shorts I have ever put on my body. And look, I know I'm biased. I know it's my own brand, and I feel like the proof is in the pudding, babe. Look at these glutes. I'm in prep, my glutes are disappearing. These shorts, they somehow bring them back. You have really intricate detailing that wraps under the glute and through the scrunch to just really flatter any body type, any glute size. The shorts themselves are also just a little bit longer than our V1 shorts and most shorts on the market right now. I prefer the slightly longer look. I feel like it looks really cute under an oversized t-shirt and also just makes the quad and hamstring area look really snatched. Okay, next up for the bottoms are the matching leggings made out of the exact same cut, style, and material as the shorts. They're just going all the way down to your ankles. For reference, I am 5'7"-ish. These make it to my sock line, which is hard to find as a taller girly sometimes. They're also not so incredibly long though, where they would become baggy on a shorter girl. I sent my mom a pair of the smalls. She is 5'1" and said they fit perfectly. Same cut, same logo placement, same glute snatchness. I think these are incredibly flattering. They're just so comfortable, so buttery soft through the legs. And then the waistband, which I forgot to mention on the shorts, it's the same thing, is a thicker ribbed material, which really snatches in the waist without compressing any part of your legs down. Okay, back to the tops for a second. We have two different jerseys dropping on the 4th. First off, we have a restock of the jersey you have seen before. This is just our basic black and white jersey. We got the logo on one arm, stripes on the other, 12 in the front, midnight, and 00 in the back. I've had people ask me why I did 12. I'm just gonna let you think about it for a second. 12, midnight, 12 a.m. I thought it would be self-explanatory, but I've gotten a lot of questions. It fits boxy, oversized. I think this is a large I'm wearing. Medium. This is a medium I'm wearing. I like to wear it down like this, and I also like to tuck it up into my sports bra. Like, how cute with these leggings. Such a cute outfit. It's all cohesive. Also dropping for pre-order is this new jersey. I'm obsessed with her. I'm gonna give you a close-up look first, because as you can see behind the 12, we have this giant spider web detailing, and I thought that was just so unique and so cool. And I think we nailed it perfectly, where it's not like in your face spider web, but it's more like subtle, like if you know, you know. I added a few other details to this jersey as well. Now the striping is on both sleeves, still the logo on the left, and now a 12 on the right. We have an abbreviated midnight motive on this chest panel, and then one team on this chest panel. My motto for like this collection and for the brand as a whole is like one motive, one team, like unity, community, kind of for like the late night workers, the grinders, you get the vibe. The back still says midnight with the 00. You can also see the web detailing through the back. And then I forgot to show it on the other jersey, but both just have this little custom patch as though we were like our own NFL team or something. This one also is oversized. This is a medium I am wearing. Makes a great pump cover. It's not like too crazy long, where you can just tuck in the back if you're one of those girlies, or if you're like me and love turning everything into a crop top. This is how this one looks, a little bit tucked in. So yeah, that is everything dropping, like I said a million times. Saturday, October 4th at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Use code Kendall for, I just burped, I'm sorry, for 10% off. I have some online work to do right now, so I'm gonna go try to get that done within the hour. And I'm actually gonna leave this entire outfit on because I need to go take some product photos for my personal page and for the Midnight Motive page. So hopefully I can get through all of my online work quickly so that I can go take photos before the sun is in a bad spot. Okie dokie, artichokies. I have the outfits I am wearing for these photos, as well as my pre-workout meal, because we're gonna head to a parking garage right now before the sun sets, get some photos, maybe a couple videos too for my personal Instagram page. And then I'm going straight from there to the gym, hence the pre-workout meal. So I'm not gonna eat it quite yet because I don't wanna have to be like digesting food while flexing in photos. That's never a great feeling. So we're gonna go take them first and then eat in the car. Nothing like cold tilapia in the car. I did that the other day, by the way. I went to Houston like last weekend and I had just like a bag of cold tilapia with me. And at first I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I was just like eating cold tilapia with my hands. And then I hit like a bumpy stretch of highway, and I have never felt so car sick and so ill in my life. So, you know, cold tilapia in the car is only good when the car isn't moving, is what I've learned. Let's go take some photos. We have made it to the parking garage. The lighting is actually so beautiful right now. My plan is to stand there-ish. So I'm gonna start setting up and get shooting quickly before we lose this beautiful golden lighting. For my Austin locals, I'm at the Domain. I love shooting at this parking garage. I probably shouldn't dox myself like that, but also I come literally so randomly and not very often. So like, unless you literally camp out here every single day and night, you'll probably never catch my ass. But I'm saying that because for those who know the area, the Domain is like a shopping center, but there's also apartment living. So where I'm currently going to set up is where people pull in that live here. So I'm gonna encounter some strangers, and I'm simply sharing that so that you guys can understand how brave I'm being right now. We're being very brave. Update, I only brought one SD card, so I can't show you guys behind the scenes unfortunately, but this is kind of how it's gonna look. I'll do a fake behind the scenes. My tripod's right there. I have it connected to my phone, and I'm gonna be like this. Okay, today's workouts was glutes and shoulders. I used to never pair upper and lower body days together, but my current program calls for it since Bikini is so glute and shoulder focused. This has now become one of my favorite workouts of my entire week. I started off with fairly heavy hip thrusts on one of my favorite hip thrust machine. I loaded it up pretty good, 2.5 plates each side, but it ended up being a little too weight bearing. I started feeling it a little bit in my lower back, so I ended up taking a 25 off each side. At this stage in prep, strength is definitely on the decline, so I'm trying to listen to my body, still push where I can without overdoing it. With hip thrust specifically, I'm just focused on staying in control and keeping all that tension right in the glutes. After that, I moved into reverse lunges with a glute bias. I used to prefer doing these on the Smith machine, but recently I found that I feel way more control and activation with dumbbells. I also keep the weight pretty moderate here because I noticed if I go too heavy, my quads start to take over instead of feeling it in my glutes. Then I switch gears over to shoulders, starting with lateral raise machine. I really try to lead with my elbow here, keeping just a slight bend in the arm. I'm not going super heavy, but definitely feeling this and starting to get a pump. I literally only have 5 pounds on this machine and my shoulders were burning by the end of my 4 sets here. After those, I moved into shoulder press. I keep these pretty straightforward. I try to go heavy-ish, just focused on keeping good form and fatiguing my shoulders. After shoulders, I circled back to glutes with cable kickbacks. I did 2 different variations here, a straight back kickback and then a 45-degree angle straight leg kickback. Both target the glute medius in slightly different ways. I try to take these slow and intentional so I can really feel every rep. And then I finished off this workout with a cable rear delt fly, one of my absolute favorite rear delt movements. Good morning, friends. It is time for cardio. Okay, I just got back from cardio. It is time for my fasted supplements. I'm just taking these 3, a probiotic, Pepsin, and L-glutamine. I'm gonna take these and then go shower because I'm stinky. Oh, also these for right now, usually I do like the actual liquid apple cider vinegar in my water. But recently it's been making me really want to throw up, which is not a fun time first thing in the morning. So I'm giving these a try. They do have a little bit of calories, but they are 0 sugar. They're still fairly low, and I'm getting the benefits I would be getting from drinking the disgusting apple cider vinegar. Okay, shower done, makeup done. I'm not gonna do my hair yet because it's still a little wet, but it is time for one of my favorite parts of the day. This is my main source of joy right now. I love this time of year so freaking much because I am obsessed with fall candles. I have many of them. I plan on getting even more of them. I literally have a plan in place to stock up on like at least 15 to 20 fall candles before the season is over, and not to like immediately use, but to literally have in my pantry so I can have these smells year round. There's just something so comforting and homey about those like warm scents. I don't really like the taste of like pumpkin spice, but I love the smell of pumpkin spice. I love the smell of apples, of cinnamon. Just anything sugary and warm is literally my optimal candle scent. So this time of year is like a luxury to me. So I am going to go throughout my house, light all of my favorite candles, so it smells amazing in here and I'm in a good mood. And then also, just to share, and I will link as much as I can down below, I'm pretty sure this is like a limited, yeah it is, limited edition for fall. I got this Febreze. First off, it's lasted me like well over 2 months and I spray this every day. It is in the scent sea salt, caramel, and maple. Caramel, you get it. This smells so freaking good. And I don't know if it's just because I'm in prep, but I swear like having my house smell like a dessert like somehow helps my appetite. So like while I'm eating my egg whites but smelling caramel and maple, I'm like basically a pancake. I don't think it works like that, but also on the personal scent front, I bought this off of Amazon. It popped up. I feel like Amazon just kind of knows me and what I like these days. This was literally like $5, $7, I can't remember, but I know it was under 10, and I will definitely link it down below. It is this little perfume roll-on, which I've been needing just to like have in my gym bag, have in my car, and it had really good reviews. It's the brand Crowned Perfumes in the scent Choco Musk, and it smells like literal cookies, like a marshmallow. It's somehow both vanilla-y and chocolatey and just like kind of the same vibe as all the candles in my house, just like a warm, sweet scent. So if you need a good little throw in your gym bag perfume, I have been putting this on my wrist after every time I shower. And first off, it lasts forever. I look like such a freak when I'm in public because it smells so good that I am constantly just going, yeah, that's nice. Like I'll literally be on the Stairmaster and I'll just like take a hit. I recognize that sounds insane, but like I'm not even kidding. It smells that good. If you can't eat cookies, might as well smell like cookies. Am I right, ladies? I also got one of these fun, fancy little lighters for my candles, which has made life so much easier. I don't know why I didn't buy one of these sooner. Also from Amazon, also will link down below. It just kind of like, it just kind of like zaps. This one is, I probably should have looked before I lit it. Pumpkin spice cupcakes, and I got it at Target. This cute little skull is in the scent Pink Pumpkin, and I got it at Marshall's. And at first I wasn't obsessed with the scent, I just thought it was so cute. But it smells very like a clean pumpkin. This one is on its last leg, so I'm not gonna light it, but the container is so freaking cute. I'm gonna find a way to like scoop out the wax in it and maybe make my own candle to pour back in. I think I got this literally at Ross, which I don't go into often, but this was like a $5 candle and one of the best smelling ones I've had so far this season. Okay, this one is from Marshall's and is very cinnamon forward. I'm obsessed with it, so much so that it's gone. There's like a tiny little nub in there, but I'm obsessed with this container, so I'm keeping this one as well. But we are not going to light her. Okay, you already guessed it, also from Marshall's. I'm telling you, they got good deals. Bought all of these in one go, to be honest. This one is in the scent Maple Hazelnut, and it smells impeccable, just like super sweet. Turns out I'm out of egg whites, so I'm gonna ski over to Target and get some. This is a new hobby, and I'm really bad. And I hope I don't see any teenagers or I will start crying. I got this skateboard a couple days ago off Facebook Marketplace. It's kind of a cheap one. It does the job. I skated a little bit growing up, not a whole lot, but one of my older brothers did. And you know, being the youngest and the only girl, I feel like I picked up all of their hobbies because I just wanted to be liked by them so badly. But it didn't last long as a kid. So it's basically like learning from scratch again. Day one was a bit rough. Day two, I got a little more comfortable pushing. Today, I didn't fall. I felt more comfortable going down like steeper hills, but I'm still not going fast. I feel like once I'm like fully comfortable, like in a week or two, I will crank up the speed. And then eventually catch me doing some Tony Hawk shit, you know? Living in Texas, we have beautiful weather for a majority of the year. Gets a little too hot at times, a little too cool at times, but for the most part, we are in like gorgeous sunny weather. So it feels like a good climate to own a skateboard. I feel like I will in fact use it a lot. On that note, time to make our breakfast. Egg whites, 1 whole egg, some cucumber. Egg whites, whole egg, cucumber, and my morning supplements are served. Voila. Ow. I'm also already 1 water bottle down. I'm gonna fill this up, enjoy my breakfast, and then check in with you guys after. As I eat this, I will be watching Demon Slayer. The newest movie is currently in theaters and I am a season and a half behind before I can watch it. So I am spending all day, every day that I have a free hour, like the times I'm eating, during my cardio. If I'm doing mindless busy work, I am throwing on Demon Slayer so I can catch up and see this movie, because everyone I know who watched it said they either cried or that it was amazing or that they have to go see it again. And so comment down below if you've seen it, if you plan on seeing it, if you have watched Demon Slayer at all. It is a great anime. I'm not gonna lie, I think I was like anti-Demon Slayer for a minute, just because my brothers are so obsessed with it. You know when someone tells you constantly to watch something and then that makes you not want to watch it? I think that was me with Demon Slayer. Now that I've like gotten into like the full-on thick of it, I really sit there and I catch myself going like, wow, this is a goated anime. Some of the best fight scenes I've ever seen. Okay, it has been a couple of hours. I had my breakfast. I hung out for a little bit. I then had my pre-workout meal along with an energy drink. I am feeling fueled, still sleepy, but fueled. And so it is time to head to the gym. I am gonna stop on my way at the post office though. I have like 2 Midnight Motive packages that need to go out. So yeah, that is the game plan. I started off this workout the same way as my last one earlier in this video, with hip thrusts on my favorite machine, but with a totally different approach this time. Instead of going really heavy, I actually kept things really light with just 10 pounds on each side, plus a band around my shin area, and I focused more on going super high rep in the 15 to 25 rep range. The goal here was just to get a glute pump and a little bit of a burnout before moving into some more upper body posterior movements. From there, I went into lat pull downs. I focused on keeping my chest tall, pulling through my elbows, and really feeling the squeeze through my lats at the bottom. I really try to not use any biceps on this since my arms love to take over in all upper body movements. All of these upper body movements, I am staying fairly moderate with my weight, going from 10 to 15 reps for each set. Next up were face pulls. These are one of my go-to movements for both rear delts and upper back. I like to keep the rope high, lead with my elbows, and pause slightly at the end for a little extra contraction. Again, nothing crazy heavy, enough to fatigue and enough to feel it through my whole upper back while staying in that 10 to 15 rep range. After those, I moved into assisted pull-ups. I'll be honest, pull-ups have never been my strong suit. The assist machine not only helps me keep my form cleaner, but it also saves me from fatiguing super fast so that I can actually get some good solid volume in. Then I finished this workout off with some cable glute kickbacks. Again, nothing too heavy, just slow and controlled to burn out the glutes one last time before wrapping up. It's a nice way to tie the session together where I'm starting and ending with a little extra glute volume. After the gym, I went straight to an outdoor outlet mall, not the Domain, but a different one today, just to change things up and get my steps in. It was so beautiful out, and I ended up racking up an extra 6,000 steps, which brought me to my daily total of 13,000. I found this super cute anime store with tons of plushies and figurines. Honestly, I'm shocked I didn't walk out with anything, but they were low-key overpriced. After that, I tried on a few different dresses at Windsor. The last floor-length one was my favorite and the only one I ended up buying, but all of these were gorgeous. I will definitely be going back soon. I have nowhere to wear these dresses, but you better believe I'm gonna buy them and find something to do. Wow, very cool, very vibey in here. I finally got a light so that I can see at night, because I am one of those people that refuses to turn on the big light, and usually I only turn it on to film, to talk to y'all. And I know you can't see me well right now, but how sick does the room look? Pretty sick. Ignore the mess. Focus on the cool lighting, not everything stacked on that bookshelf. I am honestly really sleepy. It's like 10:30 right now. I set a new goal for myself. My sleeping schedule has been complete ass recently, and not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to sleep at 9:30. I'm so crazy. Like, I'm literally wide awake at 3 a.m. every day. So I'm trying to fix that. My new rule for myself is cutting off caffeine by like 1 p.m. every day and forcing myself to be in bed by 11:30 p.m. I don't need to go to sleep by 11:30. That feels a little unrealistic, but like washing my face, doing my nighttime routine, and being in bed by 11:30 is already helping. I've done that the last few days. And now look at me. I'm sleepy at 10:30. That is progress. I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to express how thankful I am. I know I haven't even uploaded this yet or even began to edit it yet, but I started this video still feeling like I was struggling a little bit 2 days ago. And I honestly feel like my mindset, my headspace has done a complete 180 since then. And I fully think it was just like getting over the hurdle and the mental block of picking up my camera again and having an honest conversation. And just getting it like off my chest, I think helped a lot. Bye YouTube, we love you so much. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the next one. Bye.